Earthy Goddess Mama, it is Monday, the 8th of October 2018, and I'm here today for your daily tarot reading. As I say every day, this is a completely general reading. I'm just feeling into I'm just loosely looked at the astrological aspects. Not going to be as structured as I have been. It takes a lot of energy to really write a big spiel before about what's going on astrologically. So I'm just going to let it flow. I've kind of sort of glanced into them and felt into the energy, and today it's Moon in Libra, Sun in Libra, Venus is in Scorpio, gone retrograde. Deep emotions are coming to the surface with regard to relationships. We have the Moon in opposition to Chiron, and also the Moon squared Saturn, So there's restrictions with regard to finding harmony and balance within relationships. Your emotions. See, this is where, with Venus in retrograde, this is where relationships get deeper and more authentic in their shared intimacy and ability to share deep emotions and deep wounds, or relationships completely dissolve away because the resonance isn't there. You don't feel like the reflection you see is a mirror image of you. You really have such an awareness. You've come to a place of absolute self-realization, and you're sort of understanding that when the vibe isn't there with someone, you can't fake it. And if someone's not a reflection of you anymore, there's no need to fight it. Just let go and allow whatever needs to, just trust your guidance and allow whatever needs to dissolve away to do so. Yeah, like Venus was in retrograde when I was really, this was going back early 2017, when I was really guided to let go of a very long relationship. After, a long time of healing, trying to heal the relationship, there came a time where I was just being guided to absolutely just let go. And it wasn't a Venus retrograde. Yeah. So it's all about trusting your intuition, not being, I'm hearing, Scorpio can be quite stubborn. Venus and Scorpio, it's really, I'm hearing values. What do you value? Are your relationships matching your values? Do the people around you support you or think you're weird? That's what comes through. When relationships change or transition, you don't have to completely, I'm hearing grieve that person, but there is a part of the relationship that changes. It's just like a transition. It's just this, it's a similar transition, I guess. No, it's nothing like it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like, a lot of people view death as a transition. Yeah, without our physical form, this particular physical form. I mean, whatever your belief is regarding death, I mean, some of these relationships need to go through a transition, a let go of what the relationship was, going from deep intimacy and sharing everything with this person to perhaps, having a time apart and then being more of a friend, where it's doesn't have to necessarily be on a superficial level, but the amount of energy expended has changed. Because some of these relationships, when you're not vibing with someone where there's no resonance, when you feel like there's an imbalance between giving and receiving, they just drain your energy, so you're unable to do the things that you're supposed to do here this lifetime. I mean, we've all got creative gifts to share, and if we're putting too much energy into relationships, too much energy is getting expended in relationships, then you don't find the balance and harmony in the rest of your life. You're left juggling. So it'll be interesting to see if the Two of Pentacles comes through today. Let's see. So let's just allow this to flow. Balance and harmony, wanting to socialize, be really graceful, but really wanting people to get you, wanting people to understand you. Libra people love being appreciated. They love being admired. So is that ego? Sit with it. When you're present, it's really irrelevant, all of that stuff. Energy just flows. And you're really there just connecting with others. It's a real social time. Chatting, music, appreciating. It's not Taurus, but appreciating good company, conversation, intellectual stimulation, music. Yeah, but feelings, you know, I think with Venus and Scorpio in retrograde and wanting to find balance and harmony, yeah. There could be some wounds that come up with regard to communicating your emotions and how you do that. Or do you hide them? Okay, I'm just going to allow whatever card wants to come through. We also have Venus in retrograde and Scorpio squared Mars in Aquarius. Yeah. I'm hearing like purpose, your soul's purpose. Is it aligned with your relationship? Is what you're doing every day, is it aligned with what you're supposed to be doing? Are you following your guides? Are you following your intuition? All of those wanted to come out. Okay, so we have the Lovers, we have the Ace of Cups. There's a sense of victory, and the card of Libra is here. There's passion, there's victory to do with a love relationship, a new love, because it's the Ace of Cups. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. With a fire sign or creativity, mastering your creativity and balancing, being able to balance a loving, committed, equal relationship where there's no need for actual compromise because the flow's there. There's resonance. There's alchemy. You know that you are such a mirror reflection of each other, but the beautiful thing is in this relationship, you love the reflection you see, and you're totally accepting of the other because you're totally accepting of the self, because you've filled your cup up with so much love. There's so much acceptance and healing, and that is the moon opposing Chiron. There's the ability to really deeply accept your scars and your wounds, and when you do, so much healing takes place. And when you heal, every time you heal, you're adding to that self-love. You love yourself more because you accept yourself more. And when you understand and accept yourself, then you're able to really meet someone else, you know, in their deepest depths of their shadows and in their, you know, giddying heights of joy and inspiration and creativity, because there's mastery here. There's mastery. There's inspired leadership here because you're living your purpose. You're doing what you've been creatively guided to do. And there's a sense of victory and passion. Like, this is passionate communication and victory. Wow, really clear. So I'm going to allow the Journey of Love Oracle to tell us whatever ask, because this is a love connection here, and there's victory. Yeah, there's victory on every level here. You know, it's being okay in that solar plexus energy, being okay with feeling good about yourself. You know, this can be seen as ego and pride, but when you know yourself, you know it's okay to feel good about what you're doing if it's aligned with who you truly are. It's not about one-upping anybody or trying to glorify anything. It's just that beautiful connection and magic in knowing that you're doing what you're guided to do, and it flows so easily. And obviously people are going to be inspired by that. You know, they're going to see someone who's shining and doing what they love and feeling good. They're going to want to know how they can do that too, how they can fill their own cup up. And so there's a lot of communication today. It's passionate communication. And there's a sense of victory with that. So we have beauty. Yeah, you need to be able to see the beauty in yourself. The beauty in everything. I'm hearing the beauty in your flaws. I am enough. Marissa Peer, I've spoken about this before. Marissa Peer. There's a online university called Mind Valley. I've done a few of their courses, and they have an awesomeness fest every year. And Marissa Peer, who's a highly sought after hypnotherapist, she devised the rapid transformational therapy. Yeah, I did her course, The Uncompromised Life. It is amazing. Anyway, she did this talk at the Awesomeness Fest about telling yourself that you're enough. It's one of the most important things we can do every day, especially if, you know, you're like me and you have heavy Virgo in your chart. So, you know, that perfectionism thing and that self-criticism. Because honestly, you are enough. Just because you exist, just because you're here to bring your own unique creative spark to this physical life, and that's a gift. So today is really about finding that balance and harmony within yourself, honoring your own inner beauty and letting it shine out, and feeling okay about shining your light. Don't be afraid of your light. Don't play small anymore. Playing small doesn't serve anybody. How can you inspire people when you play really small? There doesn't have to be ego attached to it, just a deep knowing that you're serving a greater purpose. That's the Mars and Aquarius energy, and that's squared today with Venus and Scorpio in retrograde. So what do you value? Are you aligned with your values? Are you aligned with the relationships that you truly want in your life? It's something to ask yourself today. Beauty. To celebrate the divine feminine is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty and abundant creativity. You are a vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. It is the radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, filling your cup of love up, yeah? Of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You are being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more of the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. Yeah, and it's just about radical acceptance of yourself. You're perfect just as you are, flaws and all. Perfect imperfection. You are in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance. This is bizarre. Okay. Your body and your sexuality, finding purity in all of yourself, becoming ready to share that with others in a deeper, more open way, without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with all of that you are. Then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame, but the love necessary for the shame of the world to be healed. This is radical acceptance of yourself, so you can meet someone else there in really, really deep intimacy, which is Scorpio. So there's Venus retrograde in Scorpio, either going so deep into intimacy and healing those wounds, or your, relationships are going to dissolve away. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception taking place within you, an ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you ever have before, quite simply because you have grown and there is more divinity awakened in your heart than ever before. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You're an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. How many times I've looked in your eyes and sailed away beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. You may never know this place, and someday when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. Have an amazing Monday. Love yourself for all that you are, quirks, flaws, imperfections and all. You're truly beautiful. I love you. Bye. Oh, one last thing. This is the dark moon today, new moon tomorrow in Libra. I'm going to be filming that later. One card for each astrological sign. So if you have any of these things about your appearance and about, you know, what you seem to be attracting in your world, if it's really not sitting with you, if it's not vibing with you anymore, sit with that today. Write it down. Write down everything you want to release about what's happening in your life and burn it today. Like really release it. Do maybe a sea salt bath and watch all of the elements of the shame and the guilt and the not feeling enough, unworthiness, all of that stuff to dissolve, to just flow down the plug. Just flow away down the plug hole. So really take some time to do some releasing ceremonies today. However that flows for you, trust your own inner knowing, you know the right things to do. And then tomorrow it'll be writing new seeds of intention. With regard to relationships, it's heavy because Sun in Libra, new moon in Libra, and Venus in Scorpio in retrograde. Anyway, I shall see you later on tonight. Have an amazing Monday. Bye.